Good morning, day 8. I can't believe it. I've done this for a whole week. I'm pretty proud of myself. I gotta say, I can't believe that I've done an entire week of talking every single day to you and myself, and like just to think about all that's happened in this week is kind of amazing. That's better. So I woke up this morning and one of my oldest friends, I talked about her the other day, Samantha, sent me a brand new logo for AdamMarie. I can't even tell you how excited I am and how good it looks. And she just like took it upon herself because I said the other day that we didn't have any social media stuff yet, and she was like, no, you guys need social media stuff so that people can come find you. So she made a logo and like a bunch of, I'll show you. It looks like this. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So I'm super overjoyed this morning about that. And I was supposed to go to church with Ani, but she flaked. Yeah, I'm calling you out on camera, but that's okay because I'm going to go anyway. And she's gone with me a bunch of times. She's actually one of the only friends that has gone to church with me. To the Unity of Arlington, which I love so much. It's the only church I've ever attended on my own, especially more than like a couple of times. When I was a kid, my grandma and I actually went to different churches every Sunday. It was kind of like a little experiment to open up both of our eyes because neither one of us were allowed to explore growing up. Like, I didn't grow up in the church at all. My parents believe that God is in your heart and you can worship or whatever, feel that anywhere. So I wasn't raised in a church, and so I was very curious, and my grandma was raised Catholic. So she was very curious because she was always told that this is the one way and the only way, and if you go any other way, you're going to hell. So when I was probably about 8 or 9, we did this adventure. It was the coolest thing. Every Sunday we'd go to a different church, a different denomination, a different part of town, and we just experienced something new. And, you know, sometimes we would like the church, we'd go back a couple times, but for the most part, we were just, like, on this tour of religions and like, denominations and stuff. It was all pretty much Christian churches, but it was still, like, something totally new for both of us, and we both experienced that together. So that's so special to me. But I was totally turned away from the church when I was a teenager. You know, my mom died when I was 13, and I got sent away to a girls' farm called Holy Highway when I was 15. That was very, like, charismatic. So if you know what that is, it's close to Pentecostal, and it's extreme. And at the time, my dad was claiming atheism, so I was very unhappy with his decision to send me there. So it really pushed me as far away from God as I possibly could be, but it also connected me to that energy as well. It's a whole nother vlog, a whole nother story, but slowly I've come back, like, total prodigal son style, and realized that there is this energy that flows, and I just didn't like the semantics that were involved with Christianity. I didn't like the Santa Claus God and all the stuff, like this cosmic bellhop thing, as Dr. Wayne Dyer puts it. That's just waiting to fulfill your desires or whatever, and that it's not you that puts in the work and that puts in the energy and that makes things happen. So when I found the Unity Church, I thought that I was going to have to create my own church because I was like studying all of these teachers and theologies and stuff, and I thought, there's got to be a better way. I thought there's, got to be a place for someone like me to go that didn't want the traditional, you're going to burn in hell Christianity, and that wanted something that was based in love and light and happiness. And that's when I found Unity, pretty much right then. And I've been going to the Unity Church for about 2 years. I actually found it because I was studying A Course in Miracles, and that's what brought me. They had a study group on Tuesdays, and that brought me over to the church. And I mean, it was just radical and different, and it felt good and it felt happy and full of love, and that's what I always thought that it should be. And when it wasn't, that's when I was turned away from it, you know. So I don't go every single Sunday for sure, and definitely most Sundays I go by myself. And I'm like the weirdo in the back, young person that's all alone, and it's fine, you know. And with anxiety, I definitely never would have done that, you know, 5 years ago. But that's another thing I'm thankful for, you know, recovering in this anxiety so that I can go out and do these things that I feel are important to me, so I don't have to drag somebody else along. I was so codependent, and I didn't even know it. And most people are, and they don't know it. And that's one of the biggest messages I think that I want to put out there, is that you can be codependent all by yourself. I want to actually write a book about that, because I think that as an American society as a whole, we're not aware of what that even means and what self-esteem really even is, and this stuff. And so those have been the most valuable tools that I have learned on my journey. Anyway, I am going to get up, I'm going to go to church, and then after that, I've got a really cool meeting I'm going to bring you guys to. It's called the Chat and Do. It's for Arlington Nights. It's a networking meeting for Arlington musicians and club owners and fans to help to revitalize or even just establish an Arlington music scene, because there's so many talented Arlington musicians that are having to drive to Dallas and to Fort Worth to play gigs and to create a fan base. And why? When the entertainment district is right here in Arlington, the stadiums are right here in Arlington, so, and the talent's here in Arlington, so why are we traveling? Let's create a community here. So that's what we have a monthly networking meeting that I take part in if I'm in town, and I wasn't in town last month, so I'm definitely going to go today. And then after that, I've got a quick job in Dallas helping out my friend and his Airbnb, and then I don't know what's going to happen, so you'll find out when I do. So it's going to be a great day. I already had a great start to it. Thanks, Sam. And I'll see y'all in a little bit. I guess I have a whole new habit to form, taking off this club before I take off and put my key in the ignition, because so far, every time I've tried to leave with it on my steering wheel still. I don't normally take my phone into church, but I think today I'm going to try to get some footage, and I'm also going to bring a little notepad and a pen so I can take notes. It's like a lecture and a meditation is really what it's like going to. It's a lot less like going to church than all other churches I've been to. You want to say hi to my video blog?
Hi, video blog.
How are you?
I'm wonderful now that you're here.
Miss Penny, say hi to my video blog. Hi.
Seeing you on Facebook. I got to watch. Huh?
You're about to be on it.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. You got to watch that?
I got to watch one.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It really is cool. I'm like, God, that's neat. It's hard to do, isn't it?
It's on. You are. You want to say anything?
Hi. Happy 4th of July. We're having a wonderful time here at UP of Arlington. Come join us.
Yeah.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Proper hug this time. You exude love. You could be your own ministry.
Wow. That's a great endorsement. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi.
Let me start over. Hi.
Hey, what were you doing?
Good morning. Welcome home to Unity of Arlington. We're very pleased that you're here with us this morning. We have two wonderful guests with us. They have brought us music and message today, and we're really looking forward to it. So without further ado, I'm going going to turn over the music to Kim, Shar, and
Good morning, everyone. The words are right up there. Let's sing together. I will not consider myself any less than who I am. Cut from the finest cloth I have worn of lately. From a perfect God, creation, from a holy one, I received this revelation. From a perfect God, creation, from a holy one, I received this revelation. I will not consider myself any less than who I am. Let's repeat that. I will not consider myself any less than who I can be rested in. I will not consider myself any less than who I am again. I will not consider myself any less than who I am.
I realize that affirmative thinking is even more positive and even more powerful than positive thinking. Being a positive thinker, I believe something good will happen and I wait for its appearance. As an affirmative thinker, I give myself the go-ahead to claim the goodness of God that is already awaiting me. Thought by thought, I am affirming divine ideas that are my God-given reality. Such thoughts are tools that give shape and form to my life. Thought by thought, I affirm divine ideas. And with that, I invite you to turn within. It just takes a moment. And set your intention for our service today. As the wonderful singer Cohen Rumi said, what you seek is seeking you. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God the good.
And then secondly, we let that message drop down into our hearts. And we share it from our hearts. And the third time, we let the whole world know about it. So take a deep breath. Together, guided by Spirit, I move forward with a mighty faith and do what is mine to do.
I bring forward the God of poly music and invite him into our church and into my home.
We are so grateful to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having us back as a duo this time. We've each been here individually, and how fun to come here as a to double team you. So hope you're okay with that. So we started off with a song called Cut from the Finest Cloth. Basically it's saying that, hey, you know what? We are made, we are created in the likeness of God. That's it.
In no way does saying cut from the finest cloth imply ever being cut off. Amen? Amen. Nothing ever can separate us from that love which we are. That love of God. Amen? Oh, it's going to be an amen day. Nothing separates me from the love of God. Like the way my friend said, we're all souls in earth suits. All souls in earth suits.
I like that. But we are all one with the divine. Some of you have been hanging on to some mistaken ideas that somehow you are just your ego, that you are somehow less than, or that you're broken, or that you're unworthy.
Clear. 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 And just mind does that all the time. That thought comes to mind, something that is not true. Clear. Because every moment we get to release those mistaken ideas. We get to kind of let go of that false identity and just step into what is true.
And in a nutshell, you know what is true? Well, I'll tell you. Truth is this. You are whole. You are perfect. You
Let's think about ourselves that way this morning, on this 4th of July, as we barbecue and we marinate the steaks. How much more so are we called to marinate ourselves and to soak in and just rest in what is true and what is good. That's tasty stuff. That's tasty. Healing is remembering. Healing is just remembering who I am. Oh, yeah. You, my dear spirit, you little divine sparkles. Brighter than any fireworks will ever see, my little divine sparkles. And you got this. And so we also looked at the phrase, I got this,
Yes.
at UrbanDictionary.com.
Over there.
And it was short form, Dennis. I had a peanut gallery right here. And I got this is short for, I got this covered.
I got this handled.
Yo, I got this under control.
What was that?
That was like my Chinese Hawaiian girl doing Rocky from Philadelphia, like New York-ish.
And she nailed it, didn't she? That was spot on. I was just going to say, that's what that was. So the phrase, I got this and you got this, are both statements of encouragement, which I think is really cool because, quite frankly, I could use more encouragement.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and just dig in a little bit more this morning, right? If you got something, that means you took possession of it. You had received it, whatever that something is, right? So, Shelley, did you get the ticket to the movie?
Oh, I got the ticket. Did you get my message?
Yes, I got your message.
So, has the movie already happened? Maybe not, but you already took possession of the ticket.
Did I respond to her message?
No.
Maybe not. But I got your voicemail 2 weeks ago, Shelley.
Exactly. So if you got something, you already possess it. You've already received it.
This is good, right? No need to get it. You already got it. I got this wealth of divine attributes. Woo! I do get excited, you'll notice that. Just turn it down in the background. So, and with this, I can do all things. I can do all things. You know, I got this power. I got this wisdom. I got this strength. I got this zeal. I got this love. I got this life.
Exactly. And by saying, I got this, we are affirming that everything we need is already inside us.
Yes.
We were born with this already, pre-assembled. We are divine beings.
Yes. Yes. So this morning we're going to declare it together 3 times. Ready? Together. I got this. It's there. Always, always, always. But do we accept what we got? No one else is responsible for your experience. No one else. You get to choose to accept what you got. You get to choose to create that life that you desire. You get to choose. Amen. And I know sometimes we go through those periods in our lives where you kind of feel, you got this prompting, that your heart is feeling drawn and led in a certain direction. You get to choose whether you follow that prompting or not. And whatever might pop up, that's okay to notice it. It's also okay to go just clear. Release. Go back.
marinate in the juicy goodness of Spirit. And you'll notice how clear that path becomes. Yes? Oh, he'll be right there for you. He'll be right there for you. Yeah. So we're encouraging you to follow your heart's desire to be the divine you, and to remember that only you can bring your gifts into the world. No one else can do that for you. Yes. And this world only works when we all bring our gifts to the table. You got this. You got this.
That was great. I still feel good walking out of here. So it wasn't our normal minister, Reverend Ann. She's, I guess, out of town. But they were super nice, and it was cool to have like a music ministry today while I was filming. It was hard to film all of that, though. I'm normally so not like this. I'm so in the moment, and this takes me totally out of the moment, but at the same time, I know there's a greater good and the reason why I'm doing this, but I certainly couldn't do it every day. I got a CD. Yeah, and it matches me. Okay, I'm off to my next stop.